So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. I don't know if I've got an intro prior. I've just been sort of filming from yesterday into today, all the things we've been doing and sweet things with the puppies and the snow and all the things that we're doing here. We're doing great. Hope you're doing good on this Saturday. We got about, I don't know, 3+ inches, 3 to 4, give or take. I wouldn't say over 4, definitely. It's been a nice little snow. We obviously are not getting out on the roads because, see, slushy conditions, and we had sleet last night. It kind of transitioned over into like this mix that landed on top of the snow. So we haven't been out, although we've heard some roads are decent, but a lot are not. So we don't risk that, whatever, we're good, right? So what I'm doing today is checking on everybody after the fact. The main chore for today is the obvious, making sure everybody's safe, fed, warm, whatever, bedded in. But I also have to add extra straw because it's a waste, depending upon what you're doing or where you're doing it, to put straw down and bedding down just for all this to fall right on top of it. So I'm headed to my chicken coops. It's gonna be so loud. And I've already added straw to the back of the awning area for the chickens. But the Silkies, I have 2 different coops, as you may or may not know. So my Silky chalet doesn't have an awning. So I'm going to put down some straw bedding for them to come out on so that they have warm little footsies, right? Chicken feet. So anyway, well, I hope you're doing good. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's just sort of a fun video showing you how things started yesterday morning right at about 10 o'clock. I mean, they said 10 o'clock, 10 to 12. I mean, between 10 o'clock and 10:10. Honey, we were starting some snow, and it really picked up through the afternoon. So anyway, it's a beautiful snow. I think it's gonna, be a little bit of a nuisance for a day or two. We'll get past it. Although I'm hearing rumor there's another one coming in maybe at the next week or so. I haven't really investigated that. Maybe Ryan Hall or someone has more information for you. It's January. The persimmon told you what it's gonna be like. So let's go get these chickens out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this straw and I'm going to cut it in half because I've already got a bunch of straw that I put out here day before yesterday. This is where the chickens come out, and this is a big awning area. They roost here, hang out, make a mess. Those nesting boxes are being torn down, thrown away, and replaced. I just didn't get to that prior to this snowstorm, so I'm not worried about it. My hens overall are laying just a few eggs a day, if that, so we're just sort of watching for them where they plop them. James got a fresh one yesterday underneath the stair here, so there's not really a nesting box option at the moment, but it's coming. We're just trying to get through this weather. But what I'm trying to do is put down fresh straw a little bit further out so they can come out and step on it, because we're going to feed them out here, and then we do new waters for the sort of the pools for especially the geese and the ducks. So that's what we're working on. So we're going to put half of it here further out, and then I'm going to take the other half over to the opening for the Silkies and the few random babies that we have over there. We do plan to get the babies that are not Banies or our Silkies and move them over here. Just haven't done it yet. I didn't get any new birds this year, so I just sort of left them alone in terms of where they were. They were comfortable, but we do have some changes coming. But let's get them some fresh bedding. The inside of the coops are just pine shavings. I did not resort to adding any straw. It was unnecessary. All birds are doing really, really well so far. There could be a rooster or two that might have a little bit of frostbite. We're watching for that. So if you can catch them without getting flogged and you can assist them, then that's obviously the thing to do. But so far the storm has been actually a little nice to us. Shut up, Tara, shut up. Don't jinx us, right? God. Okay, so the second half, or actually a little bit larger than half, came up here for the Silkies. So James is going to let them out. Gabriel's going to follow us. He's going to come out here after we're done letting them out and doing this. Come on, guys. They're like, what? Watch them. But here's the deal. Just spread it as best you can. Cover the surface as best you can. They're going to end up scratching through it. So they're going to do with it what they want. The fact is you did your best providing all of this for these babies. Come on, guys. There's a little bit of frozen food from yesterday. It's like you're having a smoothie. Looking good. Looking good. Miss Cora, you beautiful thing. You don't look as light and white up against the snow, do you, honey? I know. I know. You love all those new babies. They're your new friends. Yeah. Love that girl. Okay, so far, everybody looks okay, right? Everything looks pretty good. So I'm walking up to the barn. You talk about getting your workout in, honey. You get out and you try to get around this snow with all these clothes on. I've got 4 layers on right now. That might have been a mistake, but good workout. All the roosters overall look fine. There's one, it's got a high comb. It's looking a little peculiar, so I got to watch that. And then there's a girl, the boys have liked her too much. She's doing fine. She's doing great. But I need to watch her. She's got the back is a little bare, so I'm going to watch that one as well. Other than that, the chickens are doing great. Don't have heat lamps. Didn't pack it down with straw. I don't do all that unless I absolutely have to. And it would have to be an extreme situation for me to use a heat lamp. A heat lamp or just a light lamp. I don't believe in supplemental lighting for my hens. That's why I'm not getting a whole lot of eggs right now. They need a break. I know when I need a break, so I know when they need a break. We like breaks. I don't push them. So do what works best for you, but we do not cause our hens to do extra. Unless it was a real true emergency or something like that. Nah. They deserve the rest too. James is going to try to get up the driveway. Prayers. Right now, Lord, put your hand. Jesus, take the wheel. Take it from his hand. Lord have mercy. Look at that man heading up that driveway in that Ram truck of his. Honey, he thinks he belongs on Yellowstone. Kitty. All right, so Miss Blanche is doing good. There's Tweety Sweetie doing really good. Hey guys, hey girls, where's Matilda? Hey, what are you doing for it? Hey, Francis. She's a bad mamma jamma. Woo! just as fine as she can be. Hey, Matilda, there's Tweety's gonna make it happen no matter what it takes, honey. She's gonna get her fill. Go get it, girl. So I'm just gonna say one thing. I'm treating 2 goats right now. Had I not gone with my instincts right before this snowstorm situation, I think I'd be in a bad situation. But I want to encourage you to go listen to Mel Gibson on the Joe Rogan podcast. It either was posted yesterday or the day before. It's Mel Gibson, Joe Rogan. I think you should go listen. Just go listen. Well, good morning, honey. How you doing, Graham? See everybody? Oh, there's my girlfriend too. How you today, baby? How you doing? Did you have a good breakfast? Peaceful? And then there's baby Francis over here. I know. Stay down. Don't jump on me, girl. I know you're excited. You're gonna knock me down, girlfriend. So first things first, Francis is a stinker pot. He doesn't want to stay with the herd. He wants to be in the barn with the turkeys and with the rabbits and with us. He breaks in there, so we're gonna have to make some changes, buddy. Second thing is I had to start separating Inoli a little bit for feeding. We've always done that, and she has been on full patrol outside 24/7, right? Well, I started kind of feeding her over by the fence, and one of the goats came over, and excuse me, I'm filming. No, I'm filming. You guys are troublemakers. Yes, you are. Troublemakers. All right, so we're going to step over here. There's Francis. So we're having to kind of block Francis out to keep him over here. He's not really getting bullied anymore. He just doesn't want, we are his herd. That's a bottle baby for you. So there's development number 1. Number 2, I'm not sure if BB is bred or not. Her teats aren't doing anything, and her backside's not doing anything. That's a nice way to put that, right? But we're watching because she's very fluffy, she's very ornery, and she's very fat. So what I may do is go ahead and elect, as I'm watching, I'm going to go ahead and put her up. So if she does happen to drop it like it's hot with maybe a goat kid or 2, they'll at least be away from everyone else. I don't want that, but at the same time, well, I don't want it right now, but it could happen. And again, you may have goats that you're not sure, obviously, and they can totally surprise you. I've had multiple goats, young girls, in their first or second time, you're not sure, and then you come out, and oh, there's a goat kid. Oh, how cute. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. The little goat, Graham, that we did the California banding on, a month ago maybe? Something like that. He's already lost his walnuts. I think that's the fastest that I've seen them go on a buckling. In other words, making him a buckling, from a buckling to a wether. That method, I think, at least in his case, worked better and faster. I sort of watched it for a couple of days and I was like, oh, nothing's changing, because it does start to kind of look pitiful and shrivel up, so you know it's working. Well, it finally started doing that, and I thought, okay, well, they're gone. Everything's great. So the California bander, you might want to look into that. All the goats are doing good. I've got 2 that I'm watching. They're eating up, walking, and I'm glad I jumped on that bandwagon in terms of my instincts for treating them. And I know people are like, tell me what you're doing. Well, you know that I kind of can't, but at the same time, I'm doing a blanket treatment in case it's 1 or 2 things. There's only so many options of medications. I don't vaccinate. I don't try to medicate my animals other than naturally unless I really truly feel something is coming on. I've learned the hard way that if my instinct says something's going on there and I don't jump on it with whatever I think it could be and do a blanket treatment, I always end up with a sick goat. Sometimes you may end up with it worse than that. So you do what works best for you. You being the farmer or homesteader, having community with other like-minded folks, you're going to figure things out. I've figured 1 or 2 things out. That's about it. But every time that I have stuck with my gut, well, it's worked out, at least to this point. All right, so I don't know if I finished everything that I was trying to tell you before those pesky geese interrupted me, but Inoli, night before last, oh, those are cat prints. Look at this, hang on. I got squirreled, look at this. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Look at that. Oh my gosh. So is it Sister, Fritz, or Ginger? Who would guess? Ginger didn't come down to the house last night. She did for a while. She likes to come in the garage. She has her own cat bed, her own area. She sits up in the window. She gets fed. She's such a diva. That's the big floofy poofy cat. She didn't come. We let her out last night and she didn't come back. And I was like, uh-oh. She's hanging out with Sister. So, you know, I have the other two cats, Fritz and Sister. Sister's kind of feral and she stays up here at the barn. Now, she'll come down to the house and she'll meow at you and stuff, but, you know, she does her own thing. Well, when I walked in, obviously, Sister and Ginger, they're so good together. They slept up here at the barn. They have their own dog crate stuffed with straw in the loft. That's where they sleep in the cold, cold weather. Sometimes if it's not too wet, I'll have a little cat bed for them to lounge on. But this is way too wet, so I didn't provide that because you don't want that moisture caught up in that. So they're sleeping in the straw, but everybody's good. All the cats, everybody's great. Everybody's great. But Inoli, I tested something. So I fed her outside, but way away from the goats. But one of the mama goats came around and Inoli did not like it. So here's the thing. Somebody was asking me about dog crates. You do what you want to do with your dogs and cats and critters. It's none of my business. But here I have found out that I like to keep them as separate as possible. When there's someone is distressed, you think there's possible babies coming, feeding times, whatever. It doesn't matter necessarily what animal it is. Not just dogs or cats. Any of these animals can become aggressive with each other, especially survival of the fittest right now. Snow, right? You're in an extreme temperature situation. So when they have fresh water, they want it. When they have fresh hay, they need it. When they want to eat because they're hungry, because they need that for obvious reasons, they're going to get what they want to get. And so if you can separate them a little bit or as best as possible, keeps tension down, okay? I don't want to have to run to UT Hospital today, okay? Like I could get there. So that's the point. But we're doing good here in Tennessee. The sun is starting to kind of peek out just a little bit. We're hovering right now right above freezing. That's why you're seeing some melting. I think that this was a nice little snowstorm. And the next one, if we get one, it's going to be a nice little snowstorm, right? It's going to cooperate. Like, subscribe, and share. Pray, prep, and be peaceful. Work continues. Hope we thaw out a little bit and bust through this. And it's not that bad. I'm kind of pleased. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're warm and safe and everything's going great in your area. More videos coming your way, guys. Stay safe. Pray, prep, and be peaceful. If you're prepared, you can deal with this stuff, right? No big deal. Ain't no big thing but a chicken wing, guys. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next video.